Hi, I'm Lara with Lara George Photography. Today we just finished number 5 session with the Women's Initiative, which was becoming your best brand ambassador. We talked about how to use photos and images that best represent our businesses, how to show people what we do, walking away with a lot of tools and tips that we can use in our businesses today. It was a great collaboration and a lot of fun.
The chamber, and Rika Ruiz is one of our ambassadors. We're happy to have her here, and Melanie Pedersen, who I think is still in the kitchen, is one of our ambassadors. So we're really happy to have them with us today. I want to just move through very quickly. So I mentioned last time, but for those of you that weren't here, our digital magazine featured the Women's Enterprise Initiative, and we had both photos. This photo was from our session that we had with Supervisor Anderson, and that was really wonderful, and Mayor Stepper. And then we have video. So this is from our session with Comerica. And then the upstairs session there also is the community relations one. And in our December magazine, we're going to feature Brittany Doyle Riley's session, which was on business succession, and this session. So I'm excited that we'll be able to do that. I would not be a good chamber president if I did not mention our downtown events coming up. So we need to really work hard in our community to support our downtown businesses. This is really important. Our restaurants are thriving. We need to help our retailers step up just a little bit, and with the holidays coming, this is a perfect chance. So we have our Oktoberfest next Sunday, October 20th. I know Betsy's here from CPC Danville. They're going to be running an amazing kids zone for us, along with several other nonprofits. I think Vanessa, the Education, there you are, the Education Foundation is also going to be a part of that, which we're excited about. And then, of course, our favorite lighting of the old oak tree is coming up November 29th. That's the day after Thanksgiving. We expect to have thousands and thousands of people down there for that celebration, which concludes with our visiting the businesses once again, with caroling and wonderful things going on in our downtown, hot chocolate, s'mores. Might be some people in costume that you may know or may not know, but I'm not going to tell you who they are. So we're really excited about that, and I would not want to do these without thanking our wonderful sponsors. So Tiffany is not with us today, but Tiffany Sutton from Compass, Comerica Bank, that's Danette and her team. We've got Fremont Bank, so Dara couldn't be here today, but they've been a big supporter. Thumbprint Coaching, you know what, I did not, look at what I did. I didn't even change your monikers. I switched your
that's all right.
That's okay. You know who you are. So Thumbprint Coaching is actually Judy Knight in the front, and Judy is sponsoring our last program, which is going to be an elevated program that we have with Joya Fodu, who is an internet sensation, and I know some of you know who she is, and for those of you who don't, you're going to really enjoy meeting her. And then, of course, Brittany Doyle Riley, who is our board chair and who did our last session. Kelly Bowers could not be here today, unfortunately, but they are our fiscal sponsor of our 501c3 for the Danville Area Chamber. And, of course, Supervisor Anderson, who arranged a wonderful county grant that helps us to do these programs. So we're very excited about that. So that's what I've got today. Laura, take it away.
All righty. Thank you, guys. So how is everybody today? This is a little overwhelming. I didn't think we'd have as many people. I thought there'd be 3. Like, oh, Laura's talking, just 3 people will show. Anyway, I'm here today to talk about being the best brand ambassador for your businesses, whether you have a big business, a small business, not a business, in between businesses, because branding is everywhere. Branding to me is everywhere. What is branding? I mean, branding is really showing who you are. It's the package, right? It's business, it's personal, it's family, it's how you conduct yourself. You know, when you go to meetings, it's all kinds of stuff. So it's a big variety, right? But today we're going to focus just on business. I have a bunch of different things. So for instance, branding, another way we think of branding besides photos, which I happen to love the photos, is things. right? So like if I'm photographing a family for holidays, woohoo, Laura George Photography, right? Now I'm going to an event and I'm photographing a business event, right? It's a little more fancier, but I always have my logo or I always something on it because it brands me. First of all, my name, it shows I have an instant little name tag. Okay, branding can be on products, right? So we've got Sarah Fendrich makeup. You know, I never leave home without my Sarah Fendrich lip gloss. Sarah Fendrich, okay? And then we have Meraki Real Estate. I mean, this is great. She is really good at putting her brand on everything. We've got clips. We have hand sanitizer. But then look at this cute little box that she can carry all her goodies in or give it as a gift to somebody. So branding is everywhere. We're so familiar with the Apple logo, right? The LinkedIn logo. We know it all, right? So it's just, it's everywhere. So how does that apply to us? Okay, I have a very small business. And so how do I brand myself? I don't have a team, I don't have the big budget, you know, so I'm gonna first talk about me, all about me. And the people that mean a lot to me. Some of you guys know these people. So my husband Fred and I just celebrated 25 years of marriage. I mean, in Hollywood, that's like 3 lifetimes. My youngest daughter, Kiki, is going to be 20 in a few weeks. And she is finishing, she's in her 3rd year at college at UCLA. And then Brooke graduated about 2 years ago in New York and is staying there. And she's in the fashion industry, works with a lot of celebrities. Her life is pretty cool. I love it. And then these little monkeys, all right? They look innocent. No. Jagger, especially Jagger and Willie. So that's my family, and that's what means a lot to me, right? And so this is kind of what drives me with my business, because you guys, as a small business, I don't know if you've ever felt this, maybe I'm the only one, where, what am I doing? I just want to go be a gas attendant somewhere. I just want to fill people's gas up, you know? I just don't know. So some more things about Laura George Photography. One of the things about me is I literally have been in corporate my entire life. Project coordinator, I was a regional director for the company Gateway. I don't know if you remember that, the cow box with the computers on them. Anyway, and then I decided, I was with Chevron for about 13, 14 years, started doing some photography for them. I did a lot of photography on the side for teachers that couldn't afford the expensive family portraits. So I said, I'll do them for you. And I got to do that. And now, can you do my friend? Hey, can you do me? Da-da-da. So it was a really great way to break into photography and also helping people and giving them photos that they could treasure for a long time. So I decided 10 years ago, as of September 1st, to start Laura George Photography. Like, I want to do this on my own. And as soon as my husband said, you know, you could make it work, I was like, that's it. And I got to remember that when I say I want to be a gas station attendant on those days. I'm like, you know. So I went into corporate. I was doing corporate events, headshots, you name it. It was great. And then COVID hit, and then I had to pivot. I started going around to all the local businesses, and I said, how can I help you? What can I do for you? And they said, God, could you take some just photos of us and let people know that you can drive by and get a meal? And I said, sure. So I started photographing small businesses, and I realized that's my passion. That is absolutely what I love to do, and I love to show what you do. You tell people, I'll show people what you do. So I really focus on customer service. You can talk to them about their products, take pictures of them, but people want to see you, right? They want to see what you do. I volunteer a lot in the community through the Danville Chamber of Commerce, the town of Danville. The women's Danville Club. I'm a new member, so let's just cut that out right there. But anyway, great group of ladies, and we volunteer a lot in the community. So I thought, great. And I also work with CPC. I stay connected through networking groups, helping the chamber out. What can I do? Let's be part of. I'll go bring posters around, walking around businesses, telling them I'm part of the chamber. It's amazing how many avenues you can actually be connected in your community. And for me, in my business, local business, that's really important because I want people to know who I am. You know, so one of my favorite volunteer jobs that I have for the last, I think, 5 years is working with CPC, the Community Presbyterian Church in Danville. And my friend Betsy, who's sitting there calling out girl, she is my elf. And every year, I'm just going to show you this. Every year, okay, hold on. Every year, hold on. There we go. There we are. All right, this was a video, it wasn't very flattering to us, so I said, let's just do a screenshot. But anyway, it is amazing, because it's not just this posy that I love to get. I want to get that interaction. I mean, how cute is this? I know, right? This is adorable. And this, I love this. This is the greatest part of my job, right? Now, keep in mind, I too want to use it, and I posted this. I got more likes on this than any of my business posts. So put yourself in them sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, so also just real quick, kind of like what qualifies me a little bit of branding and kind of getting to know businesses and so on is I work with a lot of companies, and then I also work with a lot of magazines, and I do covers of magazines, including Kelly Cockrell, who's here, who owns West San Ramon Living. Love working with her. Amazing, and you should check out her magazine because it's a great way to get your name out there. Inside, so I was featured in one of these magazines, a local magazine, because during COVID shutdown, I decided to go around and I photographed over 200 families. My husband would drive, I'd jump out, have a big lens, and we would have so much fun getting people out of their house, seeing their neighbors waving across the hall, and it was or the street, and it was just a great way to really connect into the community. So that was fun. Covers of the magazine, these are my photos that are on the business directory. I don't do weddings, but I'll photograph the town showing that they do weddings. And then again, a couple more. This one here was a national magazine that I had with these contractors, and you could get this in Home Depot and across the country, and it was really, it's my claim to fame. I mean, it's great, I love it. And then Miss Teen USA, who's not gonna brag? Like, look what I did, guys. It's on the cover, and it's Miss Teen USA. But one of my most favorite is the mayor of San Ramon, Dave Hudson, and his wife. Oh my God, Kelly and I had so much fun photographing them. And I've turned this into a big canvas that we're gonna surprise him with at his retirement at the Community Awards. So he has no idea, so don't tell anybody. So, all right, so now enough about me. Let's get to you. I'm so sorry if this is your family member, a friend, or a husband. Okay, so my question is, our updated photos, are they really important? My business, I'm a financial planner, I don't really need photos, and all of this, whatever. I get this all the time. I don't know. Yes. They're very important. Does it always have to be professional? No. But they are important. I hear this all the time. Well, I don't do any kind of branding, photos, videos. I don't do that stuff because, it's way too expensive, okay? My thing is how do you know? You gotta talk around to people. You gotta call, you gotta find out, what is branding? How can I use it in my business? What do I need? I always tell people, start small. You don't need big, right? Another one is, it takes way too long. And yes, sometimes it does. For me, no way. I don't have that kind of time. You don't have that kind of time. For me, with my branding sessions, for instance, I'll just give you a thing, is it's usually about 45 minutes. People are like, oh, you think that's enough time? I'm like, let's start with 45. If you need more, we can always add on. But truth be told, I know what I'm doing, and I can move you around quick, and we get amazing photos, even when you change outfits 2 or 3 times. My favorite, right? My cunning, Lenny, he's going to photograph me. Well, I'm telling you right now, if he looked like that, he's not even getting near me. No, I don't even know what he's holding. It's something weird. Okay, but that I get a lot. I'm gonna have my neighbor take pictures. Now I had a friend who we won't name names, but she does makeup, and she had a client, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my neighbor do it. The makeup looked great. No, the photos didn't do it justice. You couldn't tell that she spent the time and the money to get her makeup done. So why do you want a professional? Right? That's why? Well, one, everybody's visual today. Everybody wants to see stuff. You guys know when you go onto somebody's internet or website, or if they have a promotion, I'm not looking for makeup products. I want to see what it looks like on you and show me, So people really love to see photos and keep it fresh. So they love to see, your photos. And if they prefer if it's you and not a stock photo from above. But why a professional when I can just have Lenny do it for me? Well, 1, he's weird. 2, what I like doing when I go into I think the professionals can go in and say, hey, if I was a client, how would XYZ do this? Or how would we do this? What would you do if we did this? And once we start talking, instantly I'm thinking as a potential client, and and then I can photograph you even better because now I know like, this may work. All right. So let's start with headshots. This is one of my favorite pieces because I can tell you right now, I know everybody in this room has been on LinkedIn at least once, right? Biggest offender, all right? And I'm telling you, judges live on LinkedIn. Do you guys scroll down and you're like this? And sometimes, so I'm even using some of them for my presentation because they're award winning, let's just say. Yeah. So I have a few samples of before and after. Now I know some of you know Zay. This is what I like to call, oh, so close, because he's so close. He's so close to getting a professional photo. Looks good, what he's wearing is good, but like, what's going on back there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do you see? It goes right to here. Like, oh, I wonder what that says. So it's a little distracting, right? So instead, we went ahead and cleaned it up and said, let's just do a black background. It pops him out, makes the color of the shirt pop. Great. He could use it for anything. Okay. This one is. Some of you know Glenn. He's a trooper. I call this no fuss, no muss. It's like, okay. What's going on here? There's all kinds of wrong things here, right? But he is a financial planner. Okay, that's all right, you know. So what we did is, Glenn, get in a suit and look professional. It doesn't always have to be a suit and tie. It could be anything. But, I mean, look how great he looks. Like, when you go out and date with him? Just kidding. We better cut that out, too. All right, I love this. What background stuff? This is good. I need a quick headshot. I'm going to send this in for my presentation, right? So there's a birthday party going on or something, clients. But ladies, I would never photograph you in this angle. You never go from the ground up or like this. What's all that? No, I don't care how old you are or how young you are. That would not happen in my life. Have you ever been like in a place where you'll give somebody your phone and the guys, right? They do this. I'm like, this. You know what I do? Yeah, I'm like this. No. Up higher, higher, higher. It's like, no way, man. So what we did is she took her extensions out. Sarah Fendrich makeup, did her makeup. Look how great that is. It really makes a difference. And it's not that difficult. And it doesn't have to be that expensive or that crazy, so to speak. So this one here is called In the Car. We see this all the time, guys, right? She's back from the gym. I see her wheel there. The lighting's not great. Okay, do you know what she does? Can anyone guess what she does for a living? Even by just looking at this photo. Personal trainer, right? Yoga instructor.
She drives.
She definitely drives. Or maybe she's sitting in a friend's car. Who knows? We don't know. She is a scientist with Chevron. Right? So we're like, girl, no. So we just cleaned her up a little bit. She loves this. She uses it for everything. She's retired now. She still uses it. She's like, no, that's it. So this one here is my favorite, the family reunion crop out. How do I know they're being cropped out? Well, and how do I know it's her mom or grandma? Right? Okay, so a couple of things I will tell you, my poor friend. Yeah, I know. She's like, Laura. I said, don't worry, it's with cool women. The background is blown out a little too much for me, but more importantly, besides the lady next to her, I don't do solids and stuff really when I'm doing headshots. You know why? Can anyone take a guess why, besides the face not being smooth and stuff like that, why you wouldn't want to do big prints like this for headshots? Yeah, oh my God, you guys.
And then it ages like when you took the pictures.
It does, yes, it does. So just remember this piece of advice, if you take nothing else away from this day today. What looks good going out doesn't always look good in photographs. Okay, so what we did is look at that.
Wow.
We straightened her hair, put some soft makeup on her, solids, major difference. Okay, this is great if you all know Kim Falahati. Okay, I like to call this the office gathering because they're at the yay, LinkedIn shine. We got. I'm not gonna say his name just to protect the innocent, but not good. And then there's a big meeting going on behind her or something. I don't know. Some of you may know Liz. I don't know, but anyway, Kim wanted something outside, natural, easy, approachable, and so that's it. It was really nice. All right. I just wanted to show you these three because I did pull these off of LinkedIn, and once again, I'm so sorry if these are family members, husbands, friends, best friends. But you know what to tell them now, okay? So I love this one. It's, right? This is real. I'm like, so I call it hands in my glasses with no smile, okay? The buddy crop out. Well, this is great for Instagram. If, put him in it and say you went to a Boise, Boise game. Yay, Boise, right? Not for a LinkedIn headshot. Okay, good looking guy. This is by far, everything is wrong with this one. Yeah. See, I don't even have to say anything for this one. Yeah.
They should save that for Tinder.
Yeah, not even Tinder, man. Get rid of I don't know. But not only that is the lighting's bad, he's pink, is he wearing lip gloss? I don't know. So it's just, whatever. But look at these fancy headshots. I mean, does this speak power or what? I'd go to any of these people. I mean, this is so fantastic. The only one, so we did Judy, which is one of my favorite headshots. We had a flag in there, but just for size purposes and to match, it cropped out, sorry. But anyway, this is great. This is even fun. Even police officers, all right? Chief Denton, I come in once or twice a year, and we update all of their headshots. So even police officers will get their headshots. Just to look professional, put on the website, look, they don't look scary. You're like, oh, okay, I could get pulled over by this guy. Great. He's nice, right? All right. So business branding. So the business branding aspect of this is obviously, the headshots. We started with that. Why do you want business branding? And what is business branding? Okay. For me, it is literally pictures, they're images, videos that really bring out you and your business, what you do. Again, I'm going to keep going back to it shows people what you do and really who you are. For that matter. Yeah, I already said that. And then, do they all have to be taken by a professional? Do they? Anybody? So, no, I'm a professional, but you don't have to get it done by me all the time. But there's going to be times when you want to take something of a product. Or, hey, I'm with, Judy from the Danville Chamber of Commerce at a ribbon cutting. Yay. Those are fun. Sprinkle them in between. So I always tell people, you want to stay away from only posting professional photos. You want to also make it look like real life, all right? So I'm going to show you some branding photos, okay? We already did headshots. This is really getting into the branding side of things. And this is what I like to call, not to worry, I got it. I don't need you, okay? This is a salon. As we can see, I know it's a hair salon, but this is just, it's ugly. Let's just be plain, it's ugly. So we've got the color is dingy, it's blurry, it's too far away. She doesn't look happy, I guess, from what I can see. There's pipes and wires and everything everywhere. So when you hire a professional, they have an eye. They clean it up, they make it look like friendly. I want to go to this salon. I don't want to go to that salon. Do they even clean that salon? This is like airy, it's fun, it's friendly. And that's really a great thing to do. So I like to call this Where Are the People? Because where are the people? If this is my coffee shop, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to go there because there's not people in it. But I do take a lot of these type of photos for your library, for a branding library, because I think it is important. Like something like this, you could even do like a social media, like a piece of text here and just say da, 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 whatever. So you do need these. It shouldn't be all of these kind. So instead, oh, look, I want to go here and have coffee. They look like they have great cappuccinos and a little, pastry or whatever. Just friendly. It's a nice local place. And so, as you can see, it does make a difference. So not stock, but real photos. Again, these are great. It's a little intimidating with that hammer thing, right? It's great. What do they do? Not sure. But instead, we'll show you some customer service, right? What do image branding sessions? I'm going to show you some of my photos that I do. And Melanie Pedersen out there in the back, shout out, all right, with MP, Custom Wood. This is great. I'm telling you right now, tables, chairs, anything you need with wood, this girl can do it. But it's great. So I just like to show these, again, working shots, all kinds of stuff. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I know I want to go in there. I want them to dump the hot oil on my head and rub it into my scalp for an hour and then wake me up because I'm snoring. That's what I don't know what it is, but that's great. So there's all kinds of different shots you can do. If I could do this, ladies, this would be all over the internet. But that's not me, in case you weren't sure. All right? Working, showing your products. This is a logo designer. She does everything from scratch to design based on your personality and what you're looking for. And then also, she is a fine artist. And now look at this wonderful lady. You all know her in the back over there, Brittany Doyle. She spoke last week. She is the best estate planner in the world, if I do say so myself. I'm a client of hers as well. But look at this. not only are they professional and really know what they're doing, plus looking great, they always pick up the phone. I can always ask her a quick question. And if she's not there, someone else does. I have never called her on hold, on wait. There's always someone there to help me. That's really important to me. All right, so, you know, again, fun, ooh, tattoo artist. We had so much fun, Kelly Cockrell and I we did this shoot together, that we ended up doing a funny photo like this because instead of giving her a ring, he was giving her a tattoo needle or something. He's like, hey, here you go. It was about this size. So I thought, oh, that's cute. So we threw that in there. And you all know Lindsay from I know she couldn't make it today, but this was fun. And no, I didn't get to eat that. Brow Studio, a podcast. They do podcasts, and they're starting to add video into it. So I just did some behind the scenes. And we did their headshots and so on. There could be products. Okay, it's not my typical photo shoot, but I will tell you, it's my brother-in-law. He owns a pizza place. Let me tell you, he did that. I go, hold on, do that again. He's like, oh, Laura. I go, no, I'm serious, man. I want to use that. That's great. This is a team photo. Instead of your, team photo with your gloves, they want to do something fun. So that's always fun and creative. And then, of course, one of my best business partners, Sarah Fendrich Makeup, she captured her putting makeup on people. So it's great. So speaking of collaborations, I collaborate with a lot of people. I think it's really important with a small business, especially since it's just me. I have a couple contractors for editors and stuff, but really in the end, I can't go to somebody and say, hey, what do you think about this? But I can if I'm in networking groups or if I collaborate with people. So Sarah and I actually collaborate a lot together. We have a really big special coming up at the end of this month for $199 headshots. It includes makeup, hair, jewelry design, and then 2 large high-res headshots. And they're fantastic. And in your little folders, you don't have to pull them out. There's a little special that we did is for anybody at Women's Initiative, if you sign up or whatever, I'll just give you all the photos. Right? You can never have too many photos of yourself. But I do different poses and standing and all kinds of fun things. So I do that. Another person that I collaborate with is Sam Bennett Media. A lot of you guys know him. He's been here most of the time, but now Jake's here. Yay, Jake. And then we started off with the Danville Chamber. And we did a lot of little businesses for this really special program that Judy put together. We loved it so much, and we loved going into these small businesses and just having fun and giving them such a great library of photos. I can't even thank Judy enough for the opportunity to do this, because now Sam and we put together this little package where you get photos and you get videos. So I'm going to show you something. And then we always do a selfie. Because we like to post and say, hey, we're at the Crayon Initiative. How great is this company? Taking old crayons, melting them, and putting them in. So it's a lot of fun. First time I ever said, we're going to do a selfie. He's like, oh. And I said, come on. And now he's like, remember, Laura, selfie. So we have fun. But Sam Bennett Media is great for those of you that aren't really sure how much he does. He does weddings. He does commercial real estate. He does private real estate. He does tons of videos with businesses. So if you want, in the spring, we're doing a video for my business, and we're doing testimonials. So I'm having Judy is one of my testimonials, and a couple people, and then also pictures while I'm working, on the video. So that's great. So I'm going to show you this. So this is what this package comes with. It's photos and 2 little social media videos you can post anywhere, but this is Sam. Yeah, isn't that cool? So one of the slides that I skipped over when I was trying to click, it passed over, is something before we go further that I'd like to do is in your folders, if you open them up, on the left-hand side, we're going to take a few minutes. This is going to be a little interaction. So you have, there was a slide up here, but you guys have this. And these are questions that I'd like you to fill out. Here's the deal, guys. I do not want you to think about it. I don't want you to think deep and you can always change your answers later. But for just time purposes, I want you to look at these and just what's the first thing that comes to mind. you know? And if you don't have a job, you're looking for a job, you know, just write about my business. I don't know. What would you like to see me do more? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so just take a few minutes. So, you know, I think the number one question for me would be, what do you want people to see when they actually look at your business? That's an important one. And then we're going to share a few of them afterwards. So they don't have to be right. This is all based on your business. All right, I think we're going to stop for a minute. Again, you can always come back to this. It's a really great little thing to get you started, to really make you think about your business. So did anybody write anything down for the first one? What do you want to see? What do you want people to see when they look at your business? Does anyone want to share it with me or us, the whole group? Yes, Donna.
Credibility, that I'm credible, that I'm believable.
Yeah, credibility. You're believable, right? Good. Oh, that's great. That wasn't even my thought. That's good. And one of the things I like talking to people about is there are things that you say, I say, that we can share, collaborate. Oh, I love getting ideas and stuff like that. Is there anybody else that wrote that down that wants to share it? Yeah, Brittany.
Personal, competent, professional, friendly, like a nice balance between that.
Great. Yeah. That's one of the things that I like is I love to focus on I call them customer service shots. It's those action shots, you know, smiling shots. You're right. Especially, you know, depending on the business you're in. Anybody else want to share that one? Yeah. Creativity. Okay. Like how? Like showing your creativity or okay. So like if you're yeah.
Thinking outside of the box.
Okay. Great. Love it. Anyone want to share what to do? What do you want people to know about your business through photos or videos or image branding, anything? Does anyone want to share that? Yeah.
The exact, you know, my exact expertise. I thought, the picture of the law office was perfect because it said estate planning, right? On the binder, it was a professional picture, had that, but Zach just kind of gave an idea of what she did, something like that, expertise.
Yeah, great. One of the things that make me different, because there's a million photographers, is I don't hold the photos hostage. I give my clients all of their edited high-res images that you can download and use in any capacity. And I don't really tell a lot of photographers that. Sorry, Jake, don't say anything. But I don't want them. And it started with the teachers back in the day. They wanted their photos, I gave them their photos. So that's why I kept to that. And the reason why I do that is you'll come back and use me again. We're building a relationship now. What am I going to do with all your photos? And am I going to charge you more for them? No, just take them. And then I'll see you in a year, a month, or whatever. So that's what separates me from some of my colleagues. Now that you have like, oh, wow, I got all my photos done and all my videos and stuff, what do I do with them? Well, there's a lot you can do with them. Of course, we've talked about social media. There's websites, any kind of advertising. LinkedIn, that's a big one. To do. So there's all kinds of different things. So I'm going to just go through a couple of here's a couple of samples of what people have done with some of my photographs. But I will tell you this, whether it's a photo shoot or a video, all that kind of stuff, don't blow it all at once, because I've seen people say, check this out, and we have a post of like 40 images. And a lot of them look the same, you know, because it's like cut, cropped, whatever, but it's the same outfit. It's like, oh my God. So spread them out. So one of the things you could do with it is that you can do just a simple post, right? And so you sprinkle them in between some real life photos. Again, you know, oops, there was an ad. Do little ads, little tips, give people tips. NGO is a leading environmental company in our world, actually, and I do all of their executive headshots. They didn't want your typical, portrait. They just want to be in the office, casual and stuff. So it's for their team. Inside your websites, let's see the doctor. Let's see her working with people. Dr. Jane here wanted something just fun and light and airy that didn't say necessarily chiropractic. Okay, and this is a little small, but also these are the stock photos I told you that I do. Why? Because you can use them at times, showing products, showing your store location, a cute little thing like where we're located. You can use them for your LinkedIn headshots. That's the most important thing for headshots, I think. Little spotlight ads like come check us out. Oh, look, Laura George posted photos that she did of Miss Teen USA. Brag, show people, look, I'm hanging with important people. No, I'm kidding. And then, let's see here. Or just take one of the photos and throw them up there and say, great class last night. Come and join us for the next class. It's an amazing painting. Come for some wine and some fun. This was a photo shoot. We did a ton of them. But it's not even fancy. I mean, the lighting in there was really hard to work with, but it doesn't matter. We're looking at it like this, and it works for just a plain old post. It doesn't always have to be put together, right? And then these are some that I do for businesses. So when I do small businesses, I love to do shout outs, and I post them all over the place, and I tag them in it. A lot of you know Christina, your mom, she's featured up here, right? Down at Wim House for sure. So that's that. So those are the branding photos. And what to do with them. So now what? Okay, so now you've had your photo shoot. Now you have some great videos. You've got amazing photos because you use Laura George Photography. But what do I do with them? I don't know how to post them. I don't know how to use them. So one of the things that I like to do, and I'm going to teach you this, in your folders, you'll see, and you don't have to fill this out, but I put one for everybody. Does anybody in here do mind mapping? Okay, I know Judy did. She's my business coach, by the way. Yeah, so mind mapping. If you haven't done it, it is one of the best tools ever, and I'm going to share this with you. Because this is what I did before what am I going to talk to them about? What am I going to show? I didn't want to get up here and just ramble. So there are some things that I wanted to tell you guys. So I literally sit and put things together, okay? It doesn't even have to be one subject. It can be, sometimes I'll put in my little circle there, my life. And then it's like, pick the kids up, make dinner, call business coach, do my networking event, gotta go to a mixer, da, da, da. It is like this. Have you ever felt this? Oh my God, I have too much on my plate. Yes, we've all felt that. So it's really difficult, especially if you're running your own business and you have a family, or you've got parents you're taking care of, or whatever your situation is. We're all so busy. So I like to get it organized, and then that takes the pressure away. So I will just say that I learned this. Your brain can hold 2 things in your brain. You think you can have, I'm a multitasker. I can hold all this stuff in my brain. Okay, lies, you can't. You think you can. The rest of them go to your subconscious. So sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. If I don't write stuff down, I just don't remember. And then you're like, So this is my brain. I just dump everything and I get it organized. So what I do here is I put in a subject, or I put in whatever it is that I need help with, whether it's life or a subject. Then I put in sub-bubbles. I don't even know what you call them. I'm kind of making that up, right? Okay, so for branding, I need photos. I need the type of images. Oh my God, location. Where am I going to go? Clients. Do I use clients? I don't know. What to wear? Where do I use them? Right? So it's like, that's a lot of stuff. If I said, here, Kelly, I want you to do this. Donna, do me a favor. Can you do this for me or whatever? You'd be like, oh my God, this is too much. Wait, then I dial it down one more level. Ooh, yeah. I see some of the faces that are like, ugh. This is what's in your brain, you guys. That's why you're overwhelmed and exhausted. So what I love to do is this. Okay, I go to each one, and then I say, for photos, I need to get a quote. I want to see if they have a video package. Oh, and then if it's reasonable, it's in my budget and I can do it, I'm going to do this. I need to schedule it. Then maybe what type of images do I want? Headshots, customer service, action, clients, Boo-Boo, my lovely little dog. I want him to be in my photos. Our office. Oh, I don't have an office. Studio? I don't know, but I'll talk to the photographer. Find out what she would recommend. No, I'm kidding. Videos. Do I want a commercial video? Do I want a training video? Sam Bennett does great training videos. Social media videos, really good. What to wear? Work with Lara. Ooh, there I am again. Search web for similar businesses. Okay, so I'm very careful on that, because if I search for other photographers, all of a sudden I feel really bad about myself. I'm not as good as they are. Oh, I don't have photos like this. Oh God. So I just caution you on that. What to wear, it'll all come into place. Clients, okay? Most clients don't want to be photographed. But friends pretending to be clients love to be photographed and will help you out. Like Donald, Susan, Brenda, and Dave. Those are going to be the people that I'm gonna ask, right? Now, do they all have to come at once? No. So let's say you have a photo session. It's an hour. Hey, Kelly, Sarah, Donna, will you guys come for the first half? Judy, Betsy, will you guys come for the second half? So there's all ways you can do that. But you want to get as many as you can. And then where do I post? Social media, website, promotions, that kind of thing, okay? I need a breath because I am so overwhelmed right now. So what I do is I dial it down even one more step, okay? And I yellow star the important things that I have to get done, because otherwise nothing else can get done. I can't find a location or figure out what images I need unless I have an actual photo shoot or video shoot scheduled, right? So I kind of dial it down there. Then I get really motivated and say, ooh, let me do one more. Okay, now that I got that, what's the next important thing? Well, now that I got my session, we got to figure out a location, all right? And then I want to find clients. Everything else will fall into place and it just happens as it goes. But again, you can literally use this method for everything. I mean, I did this the other day. I was so overwhelmed with events, photo shoots. Oh, I got a meeting with my assistant. I'm like, I'm going to mind map. And all of a sudden I dialed it down and I only had one item that I really had to get done this week. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not so bad. This is what it sort of looks like. Looks a little overwhelming, but this is better than this, right? This is like in your brain. This is on your paper, all right? So on Monday, and I always give myself a date. So by Monday, October 21st, I need to do these items, right? I also want to do these photos. This is great. Then after I'm done doing this, I just have to do this. So now I don't have to worry about what's in my brain. I don't have to worry about what's on my mind map, my God. I can readjust, I can take things off of my mind map. It works for everything, I'm telling you, it works for everything. But just make sure you put the to-dos and tasks and stuff in your calendar, because this is great, but you're also not gonna walk around and say, okay, what am I doing today? Well, you might, and I don't judge, but you might also put it in your phone. Okay, so now you're all set, yay! You know, I got everything organized. I'm like a new person. I've got wonderful photos and videos. I am going to go out there and brand, and everyone's going to see me from now on. But what do I do now with all of my photos? Okay, social media is a really big thing. Some people are like, have you heard this? Oh, I don't do social media. No, I don't do social media at all. Okay, or my business doesn't need social media. You know, I was hacked, and I don't care. Whatever. So I hear a lot of reasons why, but Casey is a social media expert, so I'm going to probably have her say a few words, but you don't have to do all of these at once. I always tell people start small. So in your little binders or little folders, we have another paper, and this is what somebody did for me when I left Chevron and I started my own business, and then I thought, oh God, people are so visual, especially with photography. I have to literally social media it up. But where do I start? Well, this is what my kids say. Don't take offense, but they say, you know, it's funny. You can tell old people when they just want to start posting because they post at random. There's no rhythm. They just post. Well, some of them, we don't even know what they mean. And I'm like, okay. So we dialed down. So somebody did this schedule for me. They said, let's sit down and figure out a schedule. This is not the schedule, by the way. Let me explain how it works. If you're not a social media person right now, start small. 1 day a week. I could do that 1 day a week. But in that 1 day a week, what do you want to do? Business, customer service, product offers, events. This is it again. It doesn't have to be all professional. It's just that's the theme you're going to have for that 1 day. Sometimes, like Sam and I will do videos behind the scenes. I post that. That's my business post, right? So then, all right, I can do 2 more, right? Or I can do 3 days a week. Okay? So there's all of these different types you can do. Again, these are just draft ideas. I'll tell you right now, if you're not a poster or even if you have social media but you don't use it that much, my only suggestion is don't bite off more than you can chew. I was like, 3 days a week, I can do it. No, you got to get content. You got to get photos. You got to get a story, right? So Casey, can you give us a little tip maybe too on what are some other things that we could do for social media that we might be overwhelmed with and I don't know how to start?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I like how you said you don't have to be on these things because I have clients come to me and they're like, I need to be on LinkedIn and Instagram and Pinterest. And no, you don't. Like, pick one, okay, maybe 2, and start from there. But what I tell clients is like they think they have to post every day. Like 2-3 times a week is a lot. Okay, just do 1 a week. But the biggest challenge I think with social media is when you go and you sit down at your computer, you sit down at your phone, and you're like, okay, I have to post today. What am I gonna post today? Like, that's the biggest thing. It's like, what to make for dinner. It's not the cooking that's the hard, it's the deciding what to make, right? It's the same concept.
Yeah.
So what I tell people to do, if they're gonna do it on their own, block off 2-3 hours of time on Tuesday afternoon, a Saturday morning, whenever you have time, and brainstorm and create all the posts for the next month in that 3-hour time, and then schedule them or have them in your back pocket so that you don't have to think about it. And do that once a month. So I'm going to do that this Saturday for all of November. And then by the time November 1st comes, you have all your posts ready to go, and you pick another Saturday in November to do all of the posts for December. You're done. And it is so much easier to do that than sitting down and cold turkey coming up with something.
Yeah. Because if you cold turkey it, you just won't happen. I'm too busy, I've got this game to go to or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'll tell you how I do my schedule. So I'm now up to I'm 3 days a week. So this is not mine, by the way, I'm just gonna point to it because it says Monday. Mondays, I do anything business. That's promotions, offers, me behind the scenes at a photo shoot. It's just anything business. Tips, I love giving tips. 3 tips on how to have a great headshot. Don't post it, right? My Wednesday is what I like to call anything goes. So what that is, it could be a quote, like, oh, blah, 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 whatever, something nice to make people feel good, or, it's more of the personal kind of fun stuff. I can post like, hey, with my kids somewhere or something so that people get to know me. Because that's another thing too. Would you say, Casey, that somebody told me once, don't post personal stuff. But how do you get to know me? Absolutely. You can mix. They're like, oh, well, maybe for your stories, don't do it on your posts. So I listened to them for about a month, and then I realized, no, my family is a big part of my life. And I want, if you're going to use me, or if we're going to work together or collaborate together, or we're going to build a relationship, well, you got to know all of me, not just the business side. Because I can't stand when someone just does business only with me, and they don't care about my life, so forget it. So yeah, so do that. And then Friday's more of the personal. My personal part of the business. That's family photos. I don't do weddings, but family photos, senior graduations. Again, it could be some of my families. It could be behind the scenes. It's a little more light. And then I don't post any of that stuff. Even if I do family photos, like a family photo post, like, oh, get your family photos, schedule them. I don't do that on LinkedIn. So I think that's another thing too, is to really know not only what to post, but when and where to post it, I guess would be. I went around Danville one time and decided, hey, and oh my God, I tried this little program of my own called Through Laura's Lens. And so I would just go to like Danville Chocolates. I'd go to different things and I'd be like, hey, I'm by my little caramel apples. Boom, I'd post tag. And that was a great way for those guys actually started liking stuff. I got some followers out of it. So that was kind of neat. But also it was showing other businesses. Because I think a lot of the times too, and I don't know if you'll agree with me this Casey, but don't post and dump. I try to go in and I scroll down. I don't just scroll. I make a comment like, hey, this looks so fun, or love those caramel apples, or hey, da-da-da, because people take the time to post. But I'm telling you right now, I have found that I'm getting more followers because of it. And also too, now I'm getting more comments. So I'm kind of interacting in that, I guess, So people want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to see your life out there. That's what it is today. It's all visual. And I've had even clients where we photograph their little dogs with them and stuff. And they actually put it on the website because you know why? If I go into this website and I say, oh, I love that dog, I have a dog like that. It literally connects you so much better to the businesses. It's personalized. So, here's the thing. There's 24 hours in a day. It's not completely filled with business. We have a life. Don't be afraid to share it, So, that's, mostly kind of what I have. I will leave you with this. Some of you may have or may not have seen this sign or this thing before, but I love this. You can apply this to any part of your life. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good times, develop from the negatives, and if things don't take out, take another shot. And that's that. So, guys, get started with your brand and show people who you are and what you do. Let's show them. So, thank you so much, and appreciate it. Now,